Spider-Man Unlimited, the fan guide. How you guys doing? This is Cal to the L here with your all new, all different fan guide, episode 2.1. Now, in these new episodes, I'm going to give you guys a little review of some of the content that's going on. New thing I'm going to do is definitely take into account some of your feedback here. I got a whole notepad laying next to me of stuff you guys wanted me to talk about and cover. Try to get to anything I can, keep it a little bit timely, maybe get to some of the next stuff next time. But anyways, jumping right into it, as many of you might have noticed, we are now into the fan guide version 2.0. Very proud to bring that to you. Got a whole team of people that are dedicated to making your experience much better. Let me go ahead and name them off here. Now, you got Goat Meat from the forums. He's been there from the beginning pretty much with me. Created the Facebook page, everything. Huge wiki editor. Of course, Kyravet, many of you are familiar with him from doing the portal stats. He's been a good friend of mine. Definitely a big inspiration as to why the fan guide is here and why it's reached this point. Some of our other guys like Thwip have been around the forum forever. He's an expert on the game, knows a lot about it, knows a lot about Spider-Man itself. He's kind of one of the in-house Spider-Man experts, I guess. And, of course, moving on, we've got Aragus. He came in around the time of the Fan Guide Alliance, took over handling one of the teams, has worked really great with us. Is a good team leader. Hopefully once alliances get fixed here soon, he'll have a chance to really participate with you guys more. We got a couple new additions here that just recently came into the team that are really going to help us being able to focus on doing some more content, some more complex stuff, a little bit more wiki edits every day and things like that. First off, Julian Chesney is one of our French affiliates. And he's done a lot of work there on the wiki. He's the one that you're seeing create those individual pages for each character. If you haven't been there, we'll talk about that in a second. But doing a lot of useful things. Next on the list, the extraordinary Spider-Man, Scotty Borders. He's been around the forums here lately, contributing a lot. Definitely gets in on the discussions. I like to see how he jumps in to help people. He's going to be one of those people you see trying to help you with the known problems and things like that, cruising through Facebook. You'll see him in-game a lot representing us. And then Helljar75. Now, sorry if I mispronounced that. Forum names get lost in translation. But he's another one that's been around forever, expert of the game, jumped right in, very useful, helping us a lot. As things get moving here, we're pretty much geared towards giving you guys a more daily useful tool in the fan guide itself. I'm going to be updating current events, current event guides, starting, of course, with this first episode. Every event that releases after, you'll have an event within 24 hours, an event guide for you to go ahead and check out your best strategy. Check those out on the YouTube channel. I'll link them out through the wiki, through Facebook, all that. Another cool feature is once alliances is fixed, which quick note about that to everybody. Maria definitely really cool with us. She is daily in contact with us, has a lot to give us as far as information wise, feedback, always answering all our questions and everything real good. So definitely, Maria, if you're watching this, thank you very much. But she's informed us that there will be a hot fix sent out in early October to fix the battleground. So if you've been playing them up until now, I've been trying to tell people, but if you don't know and you're watching this, don't really try to invest in participating in them. They are broken. Rewards aren't really paying out. Obviously, you're seeing more than 5 teams on your battleground event. That means that, it's broken. There should never be more than 5 teams. And again, in October, we should be getting a hot fix for that. So stand by, and hopefully you'll get some more use out of the Fanguide Alliance teams that we've put together. Once again, I've announced my retirement from playing competitively. By now, you've hopefully seen that cool little intro I put together for you guys, and you can see the cool spider I got here. That's courtesy of our friends over at VK. I'm not going to say too much more about it, but don't go looking too much into it or do this to your game, because it's going to mess it up. It's definitely not right. Game Loft Maria, I'm sorry, but entertainment purposes only, I went ahead and put the pack on my game. So this is basically just skins over existing spiders. This account, you'll never see, I don't use it for anything. Even at the end of runs, if I happen to make a high score, I'll just do the back button X out of it and cancel the score, or I'll score like under 1 million or something stupid just during the tutorials. But this will be the new crew for filming the Fanguide episodes and stuff. Actually waiting for a couple spiders to show up in the portal so I can get some more cool little skins to show you guys in the future. But I got a cool little team now with some special guys, and yeah, we're going to use them to film, because I think that's a cool, neat little thing to throw in there and see. Again, definitely hop into the wiki there. Always associated with that, the first thing that we talk about, head here. You saw that upper left button, head into the forums. Of course, I'm probably not logged in now because this is a pretty fresh game. I did have to uninstall my actual game from my phone so that I could redo a new game, of course, make this game and do this so I could have the cool skins for you guys. But there you see, jump into the forum here. If you are happen to stumble across this, or you're one of those Facebook guys or guys that kind of don't really go on the forum too much, if you like the Fanguide, this is where it originates. Everything started here. If you caught that article a little bit ago, or if you didn't, about where it all started, this was it. The guys in here are still around because they are the best in the business. They are the best worldwide. They know what they're talking about. And a lot of them are very dedicated towards actually putting this knowledge into a format that you can use as a tool for your resources through, of course, the wiki Fanguide itself. Goatmeat obviously made the awesome spreadsheet of awesomeness, and that's one of the main tools I use all the time when I'm filling in data for my things, because he does such an awesome job at really paying attention to details and documenting that. So even when it came to building the Fanguide Alliance, or the Fanguide Battleground guides, I had to use a lot of stuff that he went ahead and documented that I didn't even take the time to do. So props to Goatmeat for bringing a lot of that stuff to you. Definitely, again, jump into these forums, because that's where all that stuff comes from. Can't stress that enough. Now, a couple things here. This episode, I'm going to cover over a couple things that I wanted to talk about, but a lot of it's going to be geared towards things that you guys wanted me to talk about. I put a couple posts out there asking everybody the topics they specifically want discussed. One of the major issues right now going on in the game, of course, is bugs. And, of course, we know about the walls in unlimited mode, the Mysterio glitch that I'm not going to say too much about, but there's a problem with glitching in unlimited mode. Lots of problems throughout the game. Battle mode, or battlegrounds, as I said, being bugged right now. Even can't join alliances. Many things. The developers are aware of it. As I said, me and Maria and Goatmeat and a couple of the other team members have been frequently in contact with her. She's been a lot more informative than Kyle was in the past. Not anything against Kyle, but perhaps maybe she's just been around longer or has more play with the new team. But they're much more interactive with us, and we're able to bring them your ideas, bring them the attention to the bugs and problems that we know are in the game. And she's given us a lot of feedback on that. And what she's noted is that they're trying to fix the things that they can on the fly. Things like the leaderboard rewards. It took a couple days, but that's because they're heavily working on fixing Battlegrounds. They're heavily trying to fix the wall glitches and the major glitches. But that can only be fixed with a hot fix. Like I said, that's coming in early October. So in the meantime, you might feel like things are really bad, or it's taken a while to fix things. That's because they're kind of going back and forth. If they focus on fixing everything they can right now, the hotfix is going to take forever, and we won't have Battlegrounds and all of that. Now, if they go ahead and work totally on Battlegrounds and everything, then we're stuck with all these problems. So I think they've done a decent job of balancing out what they're trying to fix and pay attention to, and working behind the scenes, trying to get us a decent fix. They're very true in the words they say, and anybody who's been paying attention to Maria in the forums, she's very genuine in the words she gives us in the messages, and they're very extensive. She's had a lot of extensive interactions with me here recently. Very pleasant to work with. So I really think that portrays a lot of what's going to go on behind the scenes with the team. They're very, if you've noticed the surveys and things, they're asking a lot of questions. They're very curious as to what we think will improve the game. Asking, even as far as what's better for unlimited mode, which we've got threads going in there for suggestions and bugs and things that need attention. Maria herself made a post of what you think should be good or bad about unlimited mode, what they should change or not. So definitely a lot of focus going into the hotfix, but they are trying to change things on the fly, which has been nice. So we're going to have to just be patient another, week or two, and I think when that Battlegrounds event gets fixed and everybody's able to play, that's going to kill a lot of that filler time that people have been kind of not doing anything because most people aren't playing because it's broken. Well, they're going to pay attention to that, and I believe, too, a lot of the rewards and things, hopefully they'll take note of the ISO to investment value. We're investing a lot for not too much reward there, so I think when the hotfix goes out, they might perhaps retouch on that, but we're going to have to wait and see. Either way, it'll kill a lot more time for people, and we'll start to see some of these filler events soon. So, anyways, moving on from that, we had a couple things here that we wanted to touch about, the structure of the game. A lot of people want to talk about play to win or being free play, the structure of this game, freemium games, and the ISO values and things like that. And I want to touch on a couple notes here that are my own personal opinions and also opinions that are kind of shared by different members of the communities, different things that people have brought to light. But on the play-to-win structure, now where Spider-Man is pretty much really unique from almost any freemium game or paid game for that matter, is literally you cannot buy your way to the top. Now, you can buy a collection, as Kyravet pointed out. You can collect a whole team up to 70 multiplier, but without the real skill, you might not even make bronze every day. And let's face it, with the new unlimited speeds and things going on too, the game's tough. It's definitely geared towards skilled players. Now, another aspect to that is it's not necessarily free to win either. Now, it does need some luck, and on top of luck, to really compete and be at a top-notch level, you nearly do need to pay or be very patient to get titans and things like that to be able to be on a competing level. Now, that almost forces you to pay to win, but again, as I said, the structure being different to where that does not give you an advantage. And you could pay $100 into this game and not end up with a full team of Titans. They do not sell specific spiders and things like that. So they've got a really funny, unique kind of structure going on to the game. Now, a lot of people do like the collection thing. And we know about the slots and the problems with that. Of course, that's going to be addressed. That's one of the top issues in the game, and they are very well aware of it. I know people still get irritated and like to bring it up and stuff to vent. I'm number one on venting about issues in the past, but it will be fixed. And when we get to that point, that brings up the, gotta catch 'em all, as Bugs Bunny wrote it down, the gotta catch 'em all kind of pandemic that some people get for collecting, and the situation that it's brought up now. And some people, like I know Goat Meat is in the situation to where you actually want to collect all the different cards. And it's not just for the different spiders, because you can technically own all the different spiders if you only have one of their rarities. You have plenty of slots for that. There's not as many spiders as there is cards. Now, if you're a real collector or a real game enthusiast, such as myself or Goat or other people, they take it even further with the rares, but you want to collect them for the card art, or just for having them, for events, having them for the situation that they might come up that you need them, or just to show them off. For me, doing the Fanguide episodes, I like my account for having all the spiders that I could choose if they happen to be a buff for an event, or if they were there just to, something they was focusing on that week, I could bring them up. But you get that need to have them. Now, with the current situation, a lot of people are having problems being full even when they have max slots, and it's causing problems with rewards issues, where your inbox rewards are expiring quicker than we're going to get the next update, which means that you lose those prizes. I know a couple of players that we've been helping through the forums have received prizes back for this issue, for inbox rewards being deleted. But it's always a good idea to screenshot anything you earn or reward in this game. Take a screenshot of earning it. If you lose it, take a screenshot the second you notice it's gone. Provide those to customer care, and they are unbelievably useful tool in getting them to go ahead and come your way and give you the compensation that you obviously deserve. Now, again, with the situation, like I said, with the slots and stuff, it'll be fixed here soon. So we're going to get back into wanting to get all of those cards. Now, it's beneficial in a way of being a collector, as far as you'll have all the buff cards. But again, as they pointed out, it's basically pay to collect. If you want to own all the cards in this game, it takes either an insurmountable deal of luck, or a long time that you're going to have to invest in, months and months, to acquire them, to acquire rank up cards, possibly, which are starting to become a little more common here than we've seen them in the past. But still, it takes a while to rank these spiders, especially when we're talking Titans and some of the more rare legendaries and things like that aren't always in portals and stuff. Some of the other epics and rares and things like that we don't see in all the portals either. So the collectors always have their eye out for that. And if it comes to a situation that they have to pay in order to collect that spider, or miss out on it for, who knows how long, especially with the structure of this game, they can go for months at a time without reappearing. Like, take Assassin Spider-Man. He was rare, didn't show up for a long time. Ghost Spider-Man, and then boom, they used him for Battlegrounds. So you never know when they might pop up, but if you're a collector, that can be important to you. And like I said, it can either cost you time, money, or go buy some lottery tickets because you just hit the lottery. And which is going to take us on to the next thing, which will flow into a couple subjects here, and then we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Don't want these to be too long, but we're going to go into some alliance tips. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and create alliance. Let's see. I'm going to call it. I got one. Call it the Film Crew, because that's what they are. Again, like I said, I've got that cool skins here. I'll show you as we go through a couple of these. I'm going to run through a couple quick battleground events that are up, and just give you my quick little opinions. But definitely check out the Battlegrounds event guide that I just posted to the wiki here recently under the current event section. It's still being worked on too. I'm going to be adding the different event types under each section, so you'll definitely have the best guide to scoring the most points while you're there, as well as every time a new Battleground event launches after it's fixed, you'll see a nice little video at the top of that screen with my personal little advice for each section that is featured in that Battleground event using this cool Fanguide team here. Let's see, let's grab us that. Let's go with the classic Spidey. I can't make that red. Is there a red one? No, probably not. That would be cool. Should be able to change the inner color. Alrighty. Anyone can join the film crew. Actually, they cannot. Approval only. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and create it. Jump into alliances here real quick. I'll go run through on a couple of these. Cool, got a little bit more ISO to do this with. Gotcha. I see you, man. Let's go. Anyways, as I set up to start doing this, we also, a couple people wanted to touch on Titan potential. Now, I'm going to do a whole guide video about Titans and their potential and scoring. It's just a main subject in the game right now. Of course, there's only 4 of them out. Another one in Spider-Girl Mayday coming out soon. But her abilities really aren't anything to be desired unless you happen to be a lower level player who acquires her. She'll have plus 7 seconds to the combo timer, so that might help you out if you're a newer player and you need help with that. But for those advanced guys, not going to be a good scorer. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Jump. This is a good one to do. I want to show you guys my little technique. I use 2 thumbs here. I don't know if you can see this, but I go down and up, down and up, down and up very fast on the screen, and watch the results. Now it's going to lag a little here because I always get lag when I'm recording, but as you can see, if I were to have Buff Spider and I were to be going all in right now, you can multiply that number by, I'd have to look at the buff, but I believe it's all in as 5, so it would be 25 per jump, and then that multiplies by 5 too. So it's like 125 or so per jump. And do you like this skill or what? I'm playing, I see just like you guys are seeing with my face over the screen, just like that. And I totally ignored jumping, so let me go ahead and go back to doing that. Hard to talk. And so I am also jumping while I run on the Mectopus with my face over the cam. Now, that's skill. I don't care what you say or who you dish it out to. That's memory. And also a little bit of luck that my device is not lagging right now while I'm doing this. Oh, and that was Green Lantern Spidey taken as exit. If you liked him, I'll be featuring him in some more stuff here soon. This is the Hydra Spidey. Pretty cool. Now these guys are going to be in a lot of Fanguide videos and episodes, as well as all the normal spiders. I don't want to go too much into it, but basically their skins go over top of existing spiders. I'm going to jump to the next one here. Again, don't do this to your game. You're going to mess it up. You're going to get banned unless you're in a weird spot like me where you're only playing this game to help other people and you don't care and you hope that Game Loft and Maria forgives you for trying to be cool to people and show them something cool. Then don't go looking for it. I just happened to come across this. I'm decent at what I do and bringing it to you for you guys. Negative Zone Spidey. Okay, let's get back. Oh, I missed it. Now that web hammer, you can only imagine when you're in this jump area, web hammer with that. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oops. Well, I guess we're down to our last guy for this section, and we're going to be rolling in with Mystic Spidey over top of Cyber. Yeah, there we go, Spidey. So there we go. Of course, like I said again, just do the up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down motion with your thumbs there on the screen for that increased jump. That works as well for slide. Then we'll get into talking about things as far as using buff characters and all in on the Battleground event guide on the wiki. You're going to have to go there and check it out. I'm not going to say it right now. I'm going to make you head over. Alright, let's head over to this one. Slide, same thing. No need to really go through it. Rings, of course. We had one bugged event where there was only one ring available. In that case, it was good to use Blood Spider specifically because he had a plus 10 or start with 10 combo and plus 1 to rings, which gave you like an insane number when you did all in and had the buff spider with him or something, or he was a buff spider. But that event is hopefully no longer around or won't be showing up in that form anyways. So when you get into these, you're going to just want to use a spider who has something with rings. We'll check out, who does he look like? Sinister 6 Spidey. That's pretty cool. Let's throw a couple of these other guys in the back that we haven't used. Check them out. I think that one was like Savage or something. Do this Miles, and then I'll show you Classic Spidey at the end. But heck, it's only 4 to go all in. Let's go ahead and go all in. Now again with these, depending on how many rings there are and your skill level, either want to go, definitely go all in, use the rings character. If you got Mary Jane, she's good with the plus 2 to rings now. She's going to be your obvious choice. Anybody with plus 1 to rings, which you can use the all characters guide on the, apparently I've never gone through a free falling on this yet. But you can go into the all characters page now, which again is being revamped. We've got categories at the end. You see there 48, and that's with no buffs. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty good start off. Again, just basically focus on rings. Now again, when you're in these battlegrounds, don't worry too much about any kind of enemies or anything. Power-ups that are useful on stuff like this, like web hammers and stuff, because obviously I don't have to worry about anything. I just go after rings all day long. And just go for it. Let's go ahead and take one of these guys out so we can check out the other guys in action. But again, yeah, check out that all characters page, because we've got the categories at the bottom of the page there, Phoenix Spidey, where you can see all the card art categorized by rarity. That was again Julian Chesney's idea, and he's starting to do that. I'll be working on it with him here soon. He's starting again, as you scroll through the table there, you can see every spider with all their first and second abilities listed in order, and you're starting to notice that their names are highlighted. That's because you can click it and see their individual page, which has a really cool description that comes from the game, their biography basically, and has pictures of all the rarity cards that they have. Definitely cool idea by Julian to start doing that. Going to be getting that completed here soon. And another cool picture to check out on that page is by forum user Gams. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but he put out a picture not too long ago with a cool format to make it so you guys can reference all the different spiders there are from Titan down to Epic so far, and see what abilities they have first and second by a cool little key that's got little icons on it. And I've started to label them by names and all that too, and we're touching that up. Check it out, because I think it's going to be useful even for these Battleground events specifically, so you can see what characters have the skills you desire, so you know what card you're looking for, whether to get them in the premium or standard portal. Well, head over to the all portals page, because we've got it all listed, level 1 through 5, full pictures. So again, Fanguide, everything you need, and there's a lot more coming. Watch out for edits every single day. Something small to big will be uploaded to that page and the Fanguide Facebook page. Twitter is also still run by Goatmeat, so if you're interested, head over to Twitter. Links are on the Facebook and Fanguide page for that. Let's head into our last one here. Of course, enemies. Let's see here. We'll switch to leading with Savage, because he looks pretty cool. Yeah, we'll do it for this. Lots of stuff coming your way, guys. Last thing I'm going to touch on as we get through the end of all this and kind of going through this little guide here, but there'll be a lot more detailed as you see the actual Battlegrounds event guides once this is all fixed and working. But I want to talk about where the game's going, in my opinion, update-wise, character-wise, all of that, considering that we're in Spider Island. Secret Wars content has already been not only promised but strongly hinted at that that is the next content to arrive after Spider Island, even kind of being introduced in part 2 of the Spider Island update. Now I want to talk about that because if you think about if you're any kind of a Spider-Man fan, and I'm a decent Spider-Man fan, obviously you see the Superman tattoo. I'm a DC fan big time too, but right now with the Secret Wars stuff that's going on in the comic books, they're touching back on Spider Island and Renew Your Vows. Now what's interesting, if you look into the new 2015 Secret Wars Renew Your Vows, a lot of that focuses on bringing back Spider-Man being married to Mary Jane, of course. Him having to deal with Venom coming back to attack him and his daughter, Annie Parker. And a lot of people are pretty key in that storyline who happen to be coming to the game soon, already confirmed through Twitch streams and various other places, hinted at through, if you look through the trailer that Tatiana put out right before she left, that's the Secret Wars Spider Island trailer. At the end there you see the little cool comic book cover that features Mary Jane and Peter Parker and their daughter Annie. Well, that's 2015 content. What's interesting to note as you go through that content, if you've been reading those comments, symbiotes and Venom and all of that stuff is highly used and part of the story. Now, Tatiana had also dropped hints of leaving other things in the trailer at the end, and that's when people had started pointing out Venom's face is on the building of the Spider Island picture on the Fanguide or on the Facebook page, and all of that posted everywhere. Another little hint dropped by Tatiana. Now, I think as we head into Renew Your Vows, we're going to see again a transition into the 2015 version, somewhat mixed with the old, and of course SMU always puts their own spin on it, but we're going to see that transition into symbiotes, is my opinion. I do believe that the next issues and next chapters or whatever that we get after Mysterio are going to be symbiotes, so it makes sense after 2 updates of nothing but events, much similar back to Spider-Verse and things like that, we're going to see the need for issues. Well, there you go, leading straight from Renew Your Vows, perfectly in line with comic books. We're going to get symbiotes, and you heard it first here, my prediction, my observations of the game, insider knowledge, and everything combined. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. Now, let's go ahead and at the end here take a look at Classic Spidey. He's one of the cool skins on here. Next time, hopefully some more spiders will show up in portals. I'll be able to grab them and show you guys a couple more cool skins. You'll see some more of these videos. Hopefully this thing isn't too long. I know I've been talking for a little while here, but again, in the future, I'm going to cover topics you guys want. Keep an eye on that Fanguide wiki. I'm telling you what, boy, our team's got it going on there, the Facebook page and the forums, and you're going to see us a lot more active helping you guys out. The technical section even of the forum, I try to jump in there every day and give help where available. So definitely appreciate the guys helping me out with all the proofreading, edits, everything you guys are doing, so I'm able to focus on things like this video itself, other complex things like the Battlegrounds event guide, and tons of stuff coming at you. So again, that picture that I said with all the Titans down to Epic, I'm getting ready to be finishing that in about 10 minutes here. I'll start finishing it tonight, and then I'll be moving on to Rare, Uncommon, and Common, so we will have a complete, in-depth look at all cards in the game. So hopefully that's something for you guys to look forward to. I'm going to leave you off with this look at classic Spider-Man here. Pretty cool skin. So again, thanks to those guys at VK. You know what this is, and don't look for it if you don't. Appreciate it, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, get back to some Fanguide business. If there's anything you missed or anything you'd like me to cover in future episodes, just let me know. Next time a new event comes in, keep an eye out on that wiki page and the Facebook page, as well as in the forums, because a cool event guide is coming at you. And then, again, after early October, when we get those alliances fixed here, definitely keep an eye out for the Battleground event guides, all visually brought to you on YouTube by the Fanguide. So I'm just going to have to catch you next time. See you later, webheads.
Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man!